This content is produced by Darknetbreaker, a cybersecurity and dark web education brand. All videos, posts, and content are strictly for educational and awareness purposes only. We do not promote, support, or encourage any illegal activity. Our mission is to expose digital threats, protect online users, and educate the public about cybersecurity risks in the modern world. Stay ethical. Stay protected.
WordPress powers over 43% of the entire internet. Because of that massive footprint, it has become a highly active zone for automated warfare. Threat actors do not sit at keyboards manually testing individual websites. They deploy automated scanning tools, like WP Scan, to probe millions of domains simultaneously for exploitable configurations and unpatched version mismatches. The core architecture of WordPress is designed specifically for extensibility. It relies on a vast network of plugins and themes, which means its code must maintain open pathways to interact with third-party software. These automated exploit kits often target software vulnerabilities directly. This makes authentication credentials irrelevant if the attacker can use a code flaw to bypass the login screen altogether. In an ecosystem built for external connections and targeted by relentless scanning bots, obscurity is not an option. Simply bringing a server online places it directly in the crosshairs of automated exploitation. The official WordPress core is highly monitored and maintained by dedicated security research teams. The real risk lies in the chaotic supply chain of third-party plugins. Because independent developers have varying levels of security expertise, third-party extensions account for roughly 90% of all documented vulnerabilities in the ecosystem. Cross-site scripting, or XSS, is the primary entry vector for exploiting these poorly coded extensions. A malicious script slips past weak input validation fields and executes directly inside the browser session of a trusted user. We saw exactly how this supply chain fails when security researchers documented multiple zero-day vulnerabilities in a highly popular form-building plugin known as Forminator.
Here, in the Forminator plugin interface, attackers injected a malicious JavaScript payload directly into the redirect user to a URL field. This configuration guarantees the malicious code will silently execute every single time a legitimate user clicks submit. One unpatched vulnerability in a contact form effectively turns a legitimate site into a distribution point for malware, targeting every visitor who submits their data. When a vulnerability is disclosed, the clock starts. Threat actors weaponize these flaws and launch mass exploitation campaigns within 72 hours before administrators can apply patches. During this critical window, attackers use SQL injections to query the host database and bleed out administrative credentials in plain text. They also leverage PHP object injection. By sending serialized data packets to the server, the code reassembles into a malicious object, granting the attacker remote code execution. With the ability to execute code, the attackers inject persistent PHP web shells, burying them deep within obscure plugin directories to evade detection. From there, they escalate their privileges. By manipulating misconfigured API endpoints, they force the system to elevate a basic subscriber account to full administrator status. Attackers use compromised admin accounts to silently deploy keyloggers across standard front-end user registration forms, like this one. This harvests credentials from other users, spreading control across multi-site networks. Initial access provides the necessary foothold for long-term persistence, allowing attackers to maintain a quiet, permanent presence deep inside the host network. Defending against this level of automated intrusion requires moving past isolated software updates and building a defense-in-depth architecture. Layer 1, a web application firewall, intercepts and filters external traffic, neutralizing malicious payloads. Layer 2, automated systems eradicate the average 42-day patching delay by rolling out updates instantly. Layer 3, least privilege strictly limits file permissions, denying attackers tools to embed web shells. Layer 4 relies on integrity monitoring. Strict audit logs track every file modification, acting as an immediate tripwire if an unauthorized change is made to the core system. True security relies on a stacked architecture designed to recognize and neutralize threats at multiple layers. The WordPress threat landscape operates in a state of perpetual automated warfare. In an environment where bots scan millions of sites a day, complacency guarantees failure. System administrators must secure their perimeters proactively. Without a layered architectural defense, it is only a matter of time before an automated scan turns an exposed server into the next mass exploitation statistic.